All right, we're going to try to get Oracle 23C free up and running on ECS, Elastic Container Service on AWS. I've played around with it. I've definitely got the containers up, but I've not been able to connect yet. And so I'm going to start from scratch and see. I was using an existing VPC. There's all these touch points in which potentially traffic could be blocked, and so I don't know where the traffic was being blocked. I did use the their traffic analyzer, and it was showing that I couldn't get from my gateway to the public IP or to the service. So I think something might have been messed up there. So we're just going to do this together, and it may or may not work. Actually, I got a little further along, and then I was in US West 1, and it said Fargate's not available there for ECS, and I thought, didn't expect that. So we're going to go over to good old US East, where pretty much everything should be available here. We'll start from scratch. I'm in AWS. I'm going to create a VPC here. So I do want to create, this is a new option I haven't seen before, but haven't been on AWS for a few months. So now we can create all these things at once. That seems cool. We're going to create a VPC, and we'll call it Oracle VPC. We'll leave our CIDR block the same. We don't need an IPv6. Tenancy, is that tenancy? Single tenant dedicated hardware. Yeah, we're just default. We want default. I'm only going to go 1 AZ. It's not best practice, but we only need that for getting things working. We just want to see if we can get things working. We can come back and do this again. We don't need a NAT gateway. We need one public. I'm just going to go with a public subnet. We're not going to get to have a private subnet. That'll be a little easier. And I'm not going to go with the S3 gateway. Don't need that right now. And we'll enable all that good stuff. And so this will create our VPC, and we'll go in and look at it. Let's go and view. That's really fast. I'm liking that. Okay, so we got our VPC here. And now what we want to do is let's just look at our subnet. Go to our subnets, and where's our Oracle subnet? Right here. And just look at the route table. Should be going to an internet gateway. So we've got a route to an internet gateway. Anything on that will be local. Look at our network ACL. That always confuses me a little bit, but it reads from top down, so basically all traffic is going to be allowed, and then anything else, which is nothing, would be denied. So we're just going to leave that wide open for now. And I think we're good here with the VPC. Let's go to security groups, and let's create kind of a wide open security group. So let's go ahead and create a security group. Call it Oracle SG, Oracle 23C free security group. The VPC, we want our new VPC, our Oracle VPC, and inbound, we're going to do custom TCP IP. I think the port, I don't know if that works or not. Source, anywhere IPv4, and allow pretty much everything. TCP. Outbound, all. Yeah. We'll leave that. What if I do custom? Nope, I want anywhere. That's interesting. Okay. I think we're good. Create a security group. Can always come back and modify that. I'm trying to leave everything just wide open. Okay, so now got a VPC and security group. So let's go to ECS. And I'm going to create an ECS service here. I'm going to try to use Fargate. So Fargate's like it spins up the servers as needed. And so let's do clusters. We're going to create a cluster. Call it Oracle cluster. We're going to use our Oracle VP. We've got our public subnet, Oracle VPC. We're going to use Fargate. I'm not going to worry about any of the monitoring. I don't know, whatever those options are, we'll leave them. And cluster create is in progress. We need to go to task definitions. I'm going to create a new task definition. We'll call this Oracle task 1. So our essential container is going to be called Oracle. And the repository, this is where you go to Docker Hub to this address up here. And we're just going to grab this little piece here. And we're going to put that in the image URI, essential container. It's not private. Port mappings, we want 1521. I think we just go with no protocol. I'm hoping that doesn't. I'm not sure why I can't say TCP. I would have to go read the docs a little more. That wasn't all that clear right there. Things could be clear. We're going to add environment variables. So I'm going to pull this out so I can Alt-Tab. So we're going to do Oracle password. I don't know why that is open. Keep going there. Okay. So we're going to add Oracle password. And let's see, we'll call this never use 999 exclamation point. And I probably won't remember that. We're going to go with Oracle app user. And I'm going to go with Ethan. And we'll go with my app user password. And I'm going to go ahead and use never use 999 $sign. Let's take a little screenshot of that. So I've got it for reference if I need it. Nothing there, nothing there. Next. App environment, we're using a Fargate, Linux, 1B, CPU, 3 gigs of memory is good. Don't think I need to change any of that. We're going to use 30 gigabytes of storage. Not going to worry about any of this stuff. Use log collection, sure. We're not going to worry too much about the cost because this won't be alive very long. But it'll be interesting to see what this does cost to run. Just playing around with looking at, I did get it up and running. I created a Windows EC2 instance, was not able to get VirtualBox to load the VirtualBox repo. I don't know if that's because if it works at all when you're virtualizing on EC2, but I thought I saw somewhere that it worked. But anyway, it looked like it would be like a minimum of about $50 a month to run an EC2 instance and do like an install from scratch. I did get it installed on Oracle Linux that was in the AWS like store, and that would be, I think, yeah, about $50 a month. And yeah, it was pretty easy to install. Just a couple RPM commands. So, okay, so we've got this, and we're going to go ahead and create. All right. So we're going to go to run this task. So create a task. Now we're going to run it on our cluster, basically. And let's see. There's our Oracle cluster. Yeah, I put that in there. All right. Go with all the defaults. I don't think we need. You can actually change that subnet and stuff there now. We're going to use our Oracle SG, which ends in A7. So we're going to get rid of that one. We do want a public IP. Create, see if that works. Okay, so in theory, this is getting spun up. And if this works, we will be able to log in. Where's our task? One pending task. Where are the tasks? And we just have to watch this. So we can go to the task. We can actually start to look at logs, I think. Yeah, go here. Look at this task. And then we can go to logs. Nothing to display yet. So this is going to be our public IP. And so if I can get to ping this, then we've made progress. No, it's not going to cut and paste for me. Let's see. Try it again. And do that to me. All right, ping 34.229.175.138. And we're hoping that that comes back with a response. Especially once this is up. Okay, so we see database mounted. Listener is started. So you can see the container is getting running. So this might just be an issue of I got to figure out how to connect to this stupid thing. And maybe somebody else can figure that out if I can't figure that out. Wish I'd queued up something else to talk about, some topics to talk about, but I don't have anything too much to talk about. What am I going to be working on today? We're going to be building some sheds, some chicken coops this week. We got beautiful weather here in Tennessee. I'm not going to have as much time to work on stuff. And let's see. Refresh. It actually comes up pretty fast from what I saw. Try ping again. Not going to work. Okay. Doing log switches. Cannot allocate new log sequence. That might be harmless. Let's go back to tasks. It says running. Health status should be unknown because we didn't add a health check. And I'm going to try this, pinging this IP. Yeah. So it's not working. So I've still got something to figure out here. Something in my networking. There's my Elastic network address, my subnet. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, and it'll probably take me a while to figure that out. And I don't think I want to spend too much time on it right now. But we do have a public IP, and I'll tear this down before I upload this video, so it won't be available. But if you can figure that out, let me know. I'm sure I can figure out eventually, but I'm going to have to go look at some documentation and see what I did wrong in the configuration. Maybe in something that the port mapping or something there I'm getting wrong, because I believe everything is up and running, and I believe that IP should be available, should be pingable, but it's not. So All right, well, partial success. If you want to get this far, you see how to do it, and you can give it a try. Thanks.